Hey there, I hope you're having an awesome day. Today's top 10 pet peeves.
What are you talking about? You cheated! God, how am I cheating?
Stuff that annoys you. Stuff that gets under your skin, kind of like when you're in traffic and this car will just swerve in front of you without using a blinker. As gamers, there's lots of stuff that can annoy us every single day, whether really petty or stuff that really should be annoying. If any of these pet peeves are your pet peeves, make sure and give this video a thumbs up and enjoy. I'm Sean for Screw Attack's Top 10.
Hanging out on the top of the Jack, who's the best now? I'm not even on the building. Not big. I'm like off the space. I'm my home. My home.
Pet peeves in gaming.
Number 10.
You talked your parents into getting you a PlayStation 1 for Christmas. You've got a slew of new launch titles and you're ready to go, but you can't save your progress in a single one of these games. Why? Your feeble young mind completely forgot to tell your parents to buy you a memory card. It doesn't matter if it's 10-year-old me mad at myself on Christmas morning of 1996 or 28-year-old me still pissed off because I haven't invested in the largest PlayStation Vita memory stick, getting a second controller, getting a PlayStation camera, getting a $50 subscription so you can play online with your friends, and those extra necessities that you have to pay for to be a gamer, they still get under our skin, but that's the price we pay.
You have not said often. You are somewhat reckless.
Number 9.
Mom calling you for dinner. Dad telling you to turn it off and go to bed. Your big brother is tattletelling on you for being up too late. Your cat is taking a dipshit stroll across your keyboard in the middle of a WoW raid. Or maybe you're older and you're a daddy or a mommy and your idiot toddler yanks your console off the entertainment center. There's nothing more annoying than that damned family, always ruining my gaming sessions. Just leave me alone.
Number 8.
It's not so much an issue anymore thanks to the power of party systems, but just a short while ago, it was much easier to have your online gaming sessions completely ruined by a 12-year-old bastard. You would give him the noob tube in Call of Duty Modern Warfare and he'd mouth off about how you f***ed your sister's hairy or he'd talk about when you were a baby, your dad took a big in your tiny infant. That's cool though, because we just hit him back with how we f***ed his mother while his dad sat naked in the corner and he washed and ran his up and down his tiny. So the joke's on him, really.
Number 7.
A true pet peeve is something that gets, metaphorically speaking, stuck in your teeth. It's not going to ruin your life exactly, but it will have a negative effect on a small portion of your day. And for that reason, having to repair your own console makes the list. Sometimes getting a console to work is as simple as setting an NES cartridge on the edge of the port before slamming it down. Or the PS2, for example. One time I had to crack mine open and mess around with this tiny little white gear to get my games to work. That was weird. And we'll probably never forget wrapping up our Xbox 360 in a towel to bypass the red ring of death. Luckily, it seems this trend of repairing our own consoles is on the way out. One of the only good things to come from the rage of gamers on the internet.
Number 6.
You and 3 friends are getting it on in a 4-player split-screen GoldenEye, or Halo, or one of those games, and one of them does the unthinkable. Instead of using tools available like radar, skill, or honor, they screen look. Tactics like taping 4-way cardboard to a TV were a temporary solution, but screen lookers would find a way to persevere. But it's not just the fact that you have friends that would commit such an utter betrayal that's a pet peeve. You see, the larger issue here is, are they actually screen looking? Or are they just that good? Are they 2-bit con artists who are ruining your late night gaming session with their treachery? Or are they killing you legit, turning you into a paranoid delusional asshole? Are they screen lookers? Or are we just sucky at video games?
Number 5.
The Screw Attack office is gonna get some hate for this, but we cannot stand those gaming was better back in the day guys. There's of course a huge group of gamers out there who stand proud on their wired controllers, AV connectors, and love of dead brands. But often they're constantly in a pessimistic state of mind when it comes to the world of gaming as it exists now. With all due respect, we were back there in the day too. Did you guys really not like being able to save your progress? Did you really love shelling out and adjusted for inflation $70 to $100 for a shitty game like Primal Rage on Sega Genesis? With exception, of course, gaming practices of yesteryear would never fly today. A day and age where we can do stuff that gamers take for granted, like, you know, play with our friends across the world, or get free games every single month. And when a game is broken, at least developers have the ability to patch it, or in some cases, keep giving us free add-on content. So don't be such a grouchy butt.
Number 4.
Dear viewer, please, wipe off your controller every now and then. There's nothing worse than being handed a sticky controller. You know, when it's sweaty, it's got the hand cheese on it, no one has taken a toothpick and dug the hand grime out of the side seams. It's really gross, guys. And with all the stuff that we do while gaming, eating chips, sweating, sometimes going to the bathroom without washing our hands, there's some funky stuff that lies in the crevices of our controllers, and it's time we all did something about it.
Number 3.
I remember one time my friend Grayson was bringing over his collection of Sega Genesis games in like the 3rd grade. He let me borrow Road Rash 2 for a week, then 2 weeks, then 3, then 4, then 10 years later, I sold my Genesis and collection of games to my uncle so I could go to a Billy Idol concert. I reluctantly put borrowing games ... forever to this list because I must admit, I am a transgressor of this very offense. I've borrowed so many games from people over the years that I end up keeping. I am a son of a bitch violator of my own pet peeve.
Number 2.
One of our editors, John, was telling us this story about Brad Doyle. They were playing some Melee and John was kicking Brad Doyle's ass. Brad Doyle was always bragging about how much better he was at Smash, but this one time, John got himself a victory. But not before Brad Doyle hit that reset button. This entry goes out to all of our own Brad Doyles. Those players that would rather mush their dumb fingers into the reset button than accept defeat. But that's okay. John got his ass back later in life.
Oh, I hurt for it.
Yeah. That was different than what I thought it would be.
It's number 1.
I almost didn't put this one on the list because it's a little bit too real. But anyway, this one goes out to all of the gamers who have read a review on the eve of a video game's launch and then commented with what they think the game deserves. Straight up, they're stupid. They haven't even played the game. Yeah. They got an early copy and beat it 3 times already, so they do know. No, they didn't. They're liars. Seeing comments like this drives us crazy, not just because it's complete lunacy, but because how can a reviewer's opinion be wrong? There's no grand scheme to upset consumers of a game they haven't even purchased yet. Game reviews are opinions, not facts. The internet will never accept this, but I can try, can't I?